games, starting off with the 4-seed Pacers and the 5-seed Bucks in the Eastern Conference playoffs, as the Pacers handled the Bucks without Damian Lillard in Game 1, 117-98. But I did see some news from this past weekend that Damian Lillard is being cleared to return to basketball activities. Who knows, as soon as he's going to actually play. He is playing tonight. Okay, so he's playing tonight. There you go. Thank you, Jaevon. I just saw that he was cleared to resume basketball activities. He's already back, so let's go. That excites me. And just the return of Dame is actually why I picked the Bucks to win tonight for our pick'em, and that was out even knowing that he was going to play. But I just figured knowing he was coming back actually would energize the team, and they got to get things going. But Jaevon, I'll start things off with you as the Pacers beat the Bucks 117-98 in Game 1. Game 2 is tonight, being Tuesday night. Just what are your thoughts on Game 1, but also what's to come?
First of all, the NBA screwed up by putting this game on NBA TV. The OKC Memphis game should be the 2B game, as some people might want to say.
Yeah, but I just have to interject that while you may be right based on how Game 1 went, and we'll get to Game 1 of that 1-8 matchup in the West in a moment, but you can't put the number 1 seed in a conference, the best team in the NBA, on NBA TV. Even if they are beating the brakes off of the Grizzlies, you can't make that the 2B game. They have a shitty matchup, but they're the best team in the NBA. That's what makes it a shitty matchup, is because of how dominant they are. That's why Pacers Bucks, especially without Dame, now obviously he's coming back, but that's why Pacers Bucks became the default NBA TV, Tubi, True TV, like every slanderous channel that you want to throw out there. That's why it's become part of that network or whatever. Anyways, Toddy, please go ahead. Sorry to interject.
Yeah, so Pacers kind of came out, hit him in the mouth in Game 1. A lot of people, I don't think I even talked about this. I think the X factor in the series has been Mathurin. Mathurin was a guy, Pacers went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and he's one of those microwave, get a bucket guys off of the bench. He can be very versatile for this Pacers team coming off the bench. And he didn't even play all last year in the playoffs due to injuries. So him coming in, I think he created a spark for them. You got guys like TJ McConnell coming off the bench. Pascal Siakam's been hooping his ass off. Haliburton is, he's been a guy that really hasn't really been scoring as much, but he's been effective for their team and getting them to the playoffs year in and year out. So, this Pacers team and Rick Carlisle like to play with a lot of pace. And I think Haliburton is a guy that when he has the ball in his hands, he's trying to run as much as possible and get guys like Pascal Siakam the ball, Miles Turner the ball, and just get guys who can score the basketball and try and, help his team in any way possible. That's really not – and he's not really even scoring that much. So as far as the Bucks go, I think – Giannis is going to be Giannis. I think he's going to probably average 30 in this playoff. Kyle Kuzma, where are you? Let's just we got he did the infamous Tony Snell, but he did it in the playoffs. The 0 for 0 for 0 for 0. He got a lot of cardio in that game. We need something. Get a steal, get a rebound, get a foul.
Tony Snell is still alive, but now he can rest. That another Bucks player has done that.
He's got a. They acquired him. I was a guy that was like, hey, the Kings need to go after and get Kyle Kuzma.
Everybody.
Kyle Kuzma was the difference. So for him to go out there and basically lay a goose egg, he's got to get into it. So I saw guys like Gary Trent Jr. off the bench had a couple of nice buckets. What's the guy? AJ Green hit a couple of big threes. Really, it's just Giannis. Like, I need help, and help is on the way. That's Damian Lillard, our guy. He had some words with Tyrese Haliburton. Like, hey, I think him and Pascal was going at it, and Tyrese jumped in. I forgot what he said. I saw the thing where the guy, I don't know if you guys on Twitter, on X, the guy who basically he reads all their lips and basically has the subtitles. for what they be saying to each other. But I think Pascal said something he was like, man, these dudes suck. Get them off the court. And then Dave was like, oh, we suck? Oh, all right. And then he was talking to Haliburton. Haliburton was saying something. So it's like, yeah, watch when I come back. And I was like, oh, yeah, all right. Hey, Dame averaged 26 this year. Tyrese Haliburton averaged, I'm not sure. I'm unaware. But it's going to be very interesting. I do think the Pacers still win, but I think Dame makes it a little bit more interesting. The Bucks weren't really that great down the stretch. They were okay. We've talked about it on this podcast. The Bucks have been very underwhelming. We thought that once Dame got traded to the Bucks were just going to win not one, not two, not three, or however many championships they would be able to get out of them. But injuries have played a part into them not really being able to be as much as they can be. Obviously, last year, Dame and Giannis and Chris Middleton and whoever else was hurt, so they were just rolling the ball out, trying to figure out who can go out there and get a bucket. But, Giannis is healthy now. Dame is healthy now. We'll see, can they perform in the playoffs? And I think individually, we've seen both of these guys in the playoffs put up huge numbers.
Say that individually?
You say that one more time, Kevin?
Yeah, you said individually, not together.
Yes, I did say individually. That's why.
You're talking about Portland Dame.
Yes, I'm talking about Portland Dame. They have never played in a playoff game together. So, I mean, I don't know if our picks are out yet, but I did have the Pacers winning tonight, and they are going on the parlay. But I think America, like Shaun, is saying the Bucks are going to win because Dame's coming back. I don't blame you. But if you watch the game on Saturday, Pacers look like if Dame comes back, oh well. Doesn't mean that we're not going to win. We'll be fine. So I think the Pacers go up 2-0 tonight.
All right, Alex, what are your thoughts on this series with the Pacers having a easy win in Game 1, but then also the return of Damian Lillard and how it'll affect the rest of this series?
I hope we're all in agreement that it spices it up a little bit, but eventually the Pacers will win. I may give the Bucks, now that Damian Lillard is back, I'll give them 2 games, but this series ends in 6. And I think they break it up after this season. So, but I love Tyrese Haliburton. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great team system organized. I mean, it depends on who you put around him, the pieces, right? I think he's a great player. I think he only averaged maybe like 20, but his assists go crazy. And for the type of team that
Yeah, can you fact check that for us?
oh, I'm pretty sure he averages like at least 20.
You said that you were.
I understand it's stats over politics. So if I am wrong, I do apologize. Don't kill me.
I don't want to throw numbers out there because I don't think it's 20. I don't think
it's not 20. What is it?
I don't know.
What is it, Kevin?
18.6.
18.6. You can round it up to 20. You can round it up.
Whoa! You can't skip 19.
You can round it up.
You can round it up to 19. You can't just.
You can round it up.
You can round it up to 19.
Oh, but if you round up 19, you might as well round anyway.
But if it was an 18.4, then it'd be rounded down to 18. So
you know what? I understand we're stats over politics, but we're not statisticians, okay?
So 19. So 19 a game.
19 a game. I still think the Pacers have a better bench than the Bucks, and I think that the coaching, I feel like, is pretty much the same for both sides. There's no real big coaching advantage. I mean, I like Rick Carlisle a little bit better than Doc Rivers, but like Doc Rivers won a championship. I mean, Rick Carlisle did too. Anyway. So I just think with the type of system they have, I feel like they have younger players. The Milwaukee Bucks are just a little too old for this East right now. Like, they're just a little wear and tear. The fact that Brook Lopez is still in this league, he has to be 38. You can fact check me on that. He's in his upper 30s. It's just time to
Dame
start
30,
this from
Giannis
scratch.
30.
Kyle Kuzma is awful. And I think if he just scores 10 and Damian Lillard just scores like 20, they could win this game. But Kyle Kuzma is not going to give you 10. Did he
That's
even
asking a lot
shoot
from Kyle
yesterday?
Kuzma.
He didn't even shoot anything, right?
No, he was over 5. He
Oh,
tried.
okay, at least he shot something. At least he shot something. I mean, he's giving up Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons, it's literally insane. Anyway.
Ben Simmons won't even shoot. At least Kyle Kuzma tried.
Kevin said, "No, he was over 5."
So I think the Bucks will probably win tonight, like Dottie said. I think with the resurgence of Damian Lillard.
Toddy indeed did not say the Bucks were going to win.
No, I understand
Well,
that, but he said
Toddy was talking about my take and America's take on it. The casual
yeah,
take is
like
what
how
he's
everyone
referring to.
he could see that, and I'm part of them. But this
All right,
probably will be their
for the
only
win. Oh, well, so Kevin, if you could just close us out when it comes to this series, Pacers and Bucks. How are you feeling about it now that Dame's officially returning, Kevin?
Pacers are poor. With Dame, they could bring Kareem back. This team is awful.
They could bring Oscar Robinson.
Awful. I know everyone wants to talk about Kyle Kuzma. Tyrese Prince, 0 for 1, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 points.
I forgot he was on the team, Kev.
Ryan Hollins.
He was hooping.
I don't know who that was. When they announced the starting five, I was like, who is this? This team, even with Dame, isn't good. I mean, for you to say the only people to score in double digits besides Giannis Antetokounmpo, Gary Trent Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., and AJ Green.
AJ Green, yeah. I forgot to mention KBJ.
These boys stink. Giannis had 20 in the first, and they were down 15. You're giving your best shot, and don't get me wrong, the Pacers came out here and lit it up shooting-wise. Like Toddy mentioned, Pascal Siakam, 25 points, he hit 3 threes. Miles Turner had 4 threes with 19 points. Andrew Nembhard, shoulder push-off.
Oh, man, I forgot about him.
Hall of Fame. He was out there, Brooke Lopez, get off of me. Tyrese Haliburton. Everyone wants to say, he's all NBA, he's this, he's that. I believe that he is in that because without Tyrese Haliburton, this team isn't shit. He had 13 assists.
There we
10
go.
points, 8 rebounds. He doesn't have to go out there and score 30. He's not Cade Cunningham. He's not Jalen Brunson. Tyrese Haliburton is the captain of the ship. And he is taking this team. They just went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They don't do that without Tyrese Haliburton. And like Toddy mentioned, Ben Mathurin, he was hurt last year and they went to the ECF. Inserting him on a bad shooting night, he finished with 13 points. And all NBA white boys, TJ McConnell, he always shows up. Mr. Consistent. 11 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. This Pacers team is deep as shit. They got guys like Jarris Walker that come off the bench. TJ McConnell. They have a lot of guys that can come up. Ben Mathurin. Like, they have a lot of guys to help. It's just Giannis and Dame. Like, Dame could come back and be as healthy as ever. They still don't stand a chance in hell. Like, the Pacers would have to play horrible for this game to be even close.
I'm like, Dame coming off blood clots.
Tyrese Haliburton is not going to have another game where he shoots 3 of 13, 0 of 7 from 3. So you're telling me you got smacked and their best player had a bad game. Yeah, I get it. You can say Pascal's the best player. I'm saying Tyrese Haliburton is the best player. The numbers might not show, but he is the captain of the ship. Without Tyrese Haliburton, they're not where they're at. So if they can consistently get guys to – but I get it. It's just assists. You guys don't really put a lot of credit to that. The defense collapses on Tyrese Haliburton. So when they collapse and they can knock it out in there, as long as the Pacers are hitting their shots, the Pacers are going to be a hell of a team to stop. So, with Damian Lillard, I mean, he's a guy from California. I hate to say this about a man, but it doesn't change anything. We've seen this team play last year and whoop them on. We saw him play when the Tyrese Haliburton introduced him to the world in the NBA Cup, and he smacked him. This is a horrible matchup for the Bucks, and like Alex said, they're just getting a little too old for the East, unfortunately. But
what about the Bucks' big three, Kev?
Who's the third guy?
Well, the third guy is he's invisible. And Kevin, to your point, just about Tyrese Haliburton being the leader of that team, the best player on the Pacers, and the floor general that he is that Pascal Siakam would not be getting those same opportunities even if TJ McConnell is a solid NBA player, he's a great bench player. But even if TJ McConnell was the starting point guard on this team, Pascal Siakam would not be getting the same looks that he gets with Tyrese Haliburton. And people like to talk about Tyrese Haliburton's ugly shooting stroke. It goes in. Even at 19 points a game, it goes in. And so Tyrese Haliburton deserves his credit. I'm glad that you gave it to him, Kevin, because he definitely does deserve it. And Kevin, based on everything,
tell who are the Kings fans on this podcast?
It has nothing.
Hey, Alex is a Celtics fan, and she was just giving credit to Haliburton. But based on everything that Kevin just said, it sounds to me like the Pacers have another trip to the Eastern Conference Finals on the way.
How so?
Honestly.
No, it's not gonna.
It's going to be the Cavs and the Celtics.
Will they play the Celtics? Or will they have to play the Cavs?
They would play the Cavs.
Tough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they play the Celtics, maybe.
No, they will play the.
No, they'd play. Wouldn't they play the Cavs? Because
No,
2-3
Because
matches.
it'll be 1 and 4.
The Knicks would play the
Who play
Cavs.
the Knicks?
Yes, they would have to play the Celtics to get to the.
Yeah,
EC.
I think they will have to play Celtics.
I thought it would be 1-4, 2-3.
Isn't it 1-4? Oh,
Yeah,
that is the 4-5.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Pacers are the
Yeah.
4 seed.
Yeah, they are the 4-5. My bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
upset
Jason
season, Cavaliers, look out. I don't know.